Markets have reversed their morning gains. If you see the benchmark indices down in the red along with the broader markets. It's the IT and the pharma index that are holding on to gains, but it's the PSU sector that's lagging the most. And among the PSU sector, it is BPCL, second day of decline coming in for that particular counter. It has fallen over 5% in trade, and this because the government has extended the deadline for submission of expression of interest for BPCL's stake. This is the third time the government has gone ahead and extended the bid deadline. September 30th is the new deadline. Apart from that, there are reports coming in that BP and Total are not looking to bid for BPCL stake. If you see that particular counter, BPCL has actually gained 16% in the last 30 days. Also, the potential bidders, as per government official, saying that the potential bidders have sought more time to evaluate their participation due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and that is actually having an impact on BPCL stock and also the other OMCs as IOC as well as HPCL, all three declining in trade. Let me shift focus now to the cinema chains as PVR and Inox Leisure. Remember, those stocks were gaining last week on the hopes that under the new guidelines, the government will give a nod for them to go ahead and restart their operations, but that has not transpired as expected. So both the stocks are seeing their biggest intraday decline since June 10. On opening of cinema halls and theatres are still not permitted under government's Unlock 3.0 guidelines, which were released yesterday. So that is having an impact on both these counters. Let me now shift focus to aviation stocks. SpiceJet as well as Indigo, both of them reported their quarterly earnings yesterday. SpiceJet reported Q4 earnings while Indigo reported its Q1 earnings. Indigo saw a sharp dip at open but has reversed that all of those losses and is now up over 2% in trade. But I will talk about SpiceJet. That particular counter is still down in trade. SpiceJet reported a loss in excess of 800 crore rupees for Q4 FY20. But the auditors have actually gone ahead and raised concerns as companies' continued losses, high liabilities and erosion in net worth has caused significant doubt about airlines' ability to continue as a going concern and remain operationally and financially viable. That is the word coming in from auditors on in the Q4 earnings of SpiceJet, and that is definitely having an impact on that airline. So you can see SpiceJet that is down in trade, but Indigo has reversed all its losses. Let me shift focus now and let me talk about Manappuram Finance. That also counter came out with the Q1 earnings yesterday, but the stock is fallen for the third session. Stock is down over 7%, which is the most in 12 weeks. The gold loan financier reported Q1 earnings with a profit growth of 38%, mainly led by the strong growth in gold loan business. But that particular growth and optimism was offset by the slowdown in non-gold loan portfolio. So the company also highlighted that the higher gold prices are not necessarily translating into higher gold loan demand. So you can see that actually impact the stock. Despite a profit growth, you can see the stock down about 7% in trade. They have also moderated their gold loan growth target to 10 to 12% for FY21. The street is actually cautious on the overall growth outlook for the company. Main concerns are on the NPA and collection efficiency of the non-gold loan portfolio. So that is having an impact on Manappuram Finance today. Another earnings counter, and I'm going to talk about Dr. Reddy's. That was the first major pharma company to come out with its Q1 earnings yesterday, and it was a strong quarterly performance, and that was led by the gross margins that expanded to 56% compared to 51.7% on a year-on-year basis. Also, you can see that particular rub-off on rest of the pharma stocks. So Dr. Reddy's is up over 5% in trade, but you have Glenmark, you have Divi's, you have Lupin, all of them that is gaining in trade on back of Dr. Reddy's strong earnings with the hope that it will be replicated across the sector. Let's talk about earnings today. HDFC will be reporting its earnings later today, and it is Reliance Industries also that is all set to report its Q1 earnings. The Q1 is expected to be a sober quarter on multiple fronts for Reliance Industries. The refining cycle is still under pressure, and we at ET now expect the RIL's gross refining margins at GRM in the range of $6 to $7. Also, Geo end of the business is seen as a strong pillar of performance. but the cushion and also will cushion the blow on the other segments to a large extent. So Reliance Industry, one counter, all eyes on that. Post market hours is when they will report their earnings.